have in front of me a UniArch 2 megapixel bullet network camera. It comes with 30 meter IR and a 2.8 millimeter lens. So the big advantage of a 2.8 millimeter lens is it sort of covers the widest area. So for a general yard or something like that, it's quite good. So UniArch is a brand owned by UniView, which is one of the largest CCTV manufacturers in the world. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give a quick overview exactly of what you're getting and why this would be good and what it'd be good for. Okay, so this is the outer box that it comes in here. So the branding is actually quite cool. It's quite neat. And inside there's three things. There's just the screws and plugs for mounting the back unit here directly onto the wall. You can obviously adjust it down and lock it into position for wherever you want to point it. The housing of the camera itself is plastic, so it's quite robust and strong, but the big advantage of that is it's entirely immune to the elements in terms of it won't rust or decay over the years. And then the other thing here is we have a gland as well, which we're going to use for sealing the cable once the network cable comes in, okay? And it just stops watering entering here and causing any problems. Now it's generally powered PoE over the network switch directly from the NVR, but there is the alternative of powering it directly from a local power source here as well. So if we look at the camera here, quite neat as you can see. And there's just three features in front you need to look at. The first one is the IR on the bottom. It's giving a range out to about 30 meters for nighttime vision. You have the fixed lens here as well, and also then you have a microphone on top. Microphones are being added to virtually all the UniView products now, simply because on the IP range you're able to just run it through the network cable, so the cost is a pittance to have that technology there, and it's occasionally useful for customers to have a microphone built in and record it directly onto an NVR. So why would you go for a 2 megapixel? Because inside our range we have 5 megapixel, and that's obviously a better quality camera. Well, there's two reasons for it really. The first thing here is you're going to pay about 50% extra for going for the 5 megapixel rather than the 2 megapixel, and 2 megapixels giving you a decent picture. And the second thing to be aware of is that if you're going to be viewing and reviewing we'll say the output from your camera system exclusively or primarily on your smartphone, then you won't tell the difference simply because your phone can't show you the difference between a 2 and a 5 megapixel thing on it. So if we look at the split between the 2 and the 5 megapixel cameras, it's probably about 50-50, although we often have in a situation where people are buying both and mixing it together on the system for ranges where they want to see movement and reasonably good, or do really want a strong thing, they might just invest slightly. And that's a great thing about the UniView ranges, because the NVRs are a much higher spec, normally we'll say about 8 meg, whatever like that. They're able to handle all of the different type of cameras within the overall range. So why did we partner with UniView? Well, there's three reasons for it. The first thing is that the quality and the range of products is fantastic. The second thing is the price point is great. They're just hungry for business and they've set the pricing accordingly. So that's been fantastic for us in terms of building and selling the brand here in Ireland and getting people to move over to us. And the third thing is that the app and the technical support, absolutely fantastic. So that's it, an overview of the UniArch 2 megapixel IP camera from freetv.ie.